You sure you don't want this a premium? You looking all sexy and everything.
Whatever you want.
Well, shit, it's up to you out this piece. Cause if you gonna pull them pretty puppies out, then we can make it a preview. If you ain't worried about pulling them pretty puppies out, we make it regular.
I don't have to show my titties every time.
But then we make it a regular. Then we make it a regular because I do need a regular show. So
We'll do regular, and if
yeah.
you have me back next time, we'll do premium.
See, there you go, people. So, other words, what y'all just heard, Premium Smoker should be back in the Premium Smoker room. But today, you get to see her look sexy, but you don't see her flash nothing. So, because I
No,
need a regular show more than I need a
no
Premium Smoke show.
flashing.
But you get in the preview what you're going to get when you subscribe to Premium Smoke Room because y'all need to check out the episode that she did, which was fire. So, how you doing, baby?
I am doing great.
Yeah,
So much has happened since last time I saw you.
Oh my God, and I cannot wait to get into it and everything. Same here, just been grinding, working, wild ass couple of weeks just for me in general and everything.
It must be for everybody because the past couple of weeks were just crazy for me too.
Yes, Lord. It's just like life is a friend of mine said it best, life is just lifing right now. And
It's what?
everything. Life is just lifing, as they say.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh
Yes,
my God. So what's been going on with you since we last talked? Because the last time was a Premium Smoke episode. So y'all need to go back and subscribe to the Premium Smoke Room to hear that episode and see them beautiful titties. You ain't seen them today. Get over it.
just right there. That's all you get.
That's all y'all get is cleavage today. So what's been going on since then?
Well, it's going to be announced officially next week.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you noticed on my Twitter page,
Mm-hmm.
I'm with a new agency.
Oh.
So, yeah, I signed with Nexxxt Level.
One of the big boys.
Yeah, and I'm in the process this very minute of moving to Las Vegas.
Wow.
I'm actually in a hotel room right now because I've been buying furniture for the past 3 days.
So what made you decide to make the move to Las Vegas, which is not a bad move because, I mean, it's so much porn shit in Las Vegas.
Well, I was talking to the agency, and they don't represent people in Florida. And so if I want to take Wendy higher than she already is, I have to make a change. So it was logical because I was spending a lot of money on plane tickets to go to LA. At least this will be cheaper. A lot of it is shot here in Vegas. So and honestly, my husband hated Florida. So he for about 2 or 3 years ago, he was like, we're moving to Vegas. And I'm like, no, we're not. There's no beach there.
So he was already manifesting y'all moving to Vegas.
He did. So I am giving up my beach for sand and desert instead of ocean. But it's all in the name of Wendy. All for Wendy.
Oh, yeah. See, I think the thing about it, like I always said, is that any lady getting this business, whether I don't care if you're a content creator, if you was a pandemic baby, at some point you will want to elevate your career to the next level, period. And be willing to elevate your career to the next level.
Exactly.
Period. And you got to learn to be uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. Period. And for you, I'm gonna ask you this. When they told you that, how did you want to move from Florida? And then two, how rough of a move is it from moving from Florida to Vegas?
I think I was ready to leave Florida. My past life was still kind of haunting me right back here. So leaving South Florida was good for me mentally. As for the difficulty of the move, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. But with like the past 2 weeks have been crazy. I had to fly to DC for one day for a memorial service. The very next day, I flew to LA for the agency photo shoot. And then that Sunday, I flew back, which was the next day. And then Monday, the movers came. And then Tuesday, I flew out here to Las Vegas. I've been furniture shopping every day. My movers are going to be delivering my stuff. It was supposed to be Sunday. Now it's Tuesday. And I'm like, oh, because I was supposed to go back to DC today, but I extended, Miami, DC, back to DC, Miami today.
All right, don't do a Biden. Don't do a Biden. Don't do a Biden.
Right.
We love you, Biden. We love you, but go ahead.
So I extended it till Wednesday. So then I fly back to Miami. And then I come back out here on Tuesday for more deliveries. And then I fly back to Miami on that Friday. And then I have to drive my car with my dogs.
So you got to fly. You got to drive from Florida to Vegas.
3,000 miles. It's 29 something.
Yes, Lord. I hope you make some stops, some rest stops, because that's a hell of a drive, yo.
Yeah. I'm going to have my 2 dogs, and I'm going to have to stop. And so I figure, it'll be a nice little content making trip,
Oh, yeah.
Here are my titties in Louisiana. Here. Ooh, Texas titties, maybe they'll look bigger there. Who knows?
Well, I guess you can name the series Wendy's Does America. Like Debbie did Dallas. Wendy Does America, ladies and gentlemen.
Woohoo! All right, so that will be the working title of my little vlog series of my cross country trek with my 2 dogs in a car.
Oh my God, this is gonna be wonderful. So, with that being said, hello, smokers. Welcome to the Smoker Lounge. You know who I am. Your wonderful host, Kevin Summer Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/Porn Rap Star. 4 sponsors, RossismMagazine.com, BlushErotica.com, the Kinky Candle Company, and the Queen of Law himself, Metro Ferrari, from the Queen City. Links in the description. Also, check me out 5 days out the week in the mornings at fullswapradio.com. Also, skyhawk.tv.com as well as the BGP LLC app. Check me out to see why we #1 on FeedSpot, #1 on Good Pods, and why I'm AVN nominated. And as you can see, looking all sexy. She won't be showing titties today. If you want to do that, you better subscribe to the Premium Smoke Room to see that last episode that has dropped. I'm talking about none other than the lady that can't stand the rain and makes it rain. The one and only Wendy Raine. Say hello to the smokers.
Hi. How are you?
So my thing of it is you was willing to make the move. Period. How much of a decision was it to make that move? I know it was a hard decision.
To be honest, it really wasn't difficult. He said that, you would have to spend months at a time out west. Yeah. And I'm like, well, what if I move to Vegas? So I was the one who brought it up. Yeah. Because like I said, I mentally, I was just ready to leave Florida because it was not, I thought it would get better over time, but it just didn't. It wasn't a good place. So this is starting over fresh in my personal life and helping Wendy, become elevated to however high she can get.
Yeah, because to me, a lot of the work you was getting was West Coast anyway. I mean, don't get it twisted. There's companies in Florida, but not to the level of AVN status like that in California or Vegas. So actually the move made very much sense or what have you. Now, what made you decide to go with Nexxxt Level?
I had been trying to do it on my own for about 6 months. And I kept getting maybes, let me know when you're coming out here, and I had a whole 2-week block. I'll be out here
Mm,
then. Well, I don't know if I have shoots then. Or
mm,
they would say, we only book through agencies, we don't book independents. And so I was just
mm,
like, So I had a different agency reach out to me on Twitter, and I was like,
mm,
And so I sent them everything, but I never heard back.
mm,
So I knew that Next Level was one of the top ones. I knew I wasn't really a
mm,
Spiegler girl type.
mm,
Um, so I decided to reach out to them, to Next Level and another agency.
mm,
And they called me, and we were on the phone for probably 2 hours talking about everything, what I wanted, what they looked for, things like that. And
mm,
we chatted for about 2 weeks
mm, mm,
until a decision was made, permanent, a good permanent decision. So it wasn't like a okay, let's go do it, but it was more like a okay, I want to do it.
mm.
There was a sense of urgency, but
Mm.
not really, if that makes
Yeah.
any sense at all.
Oh no, I get what you're saying. So with you, how did this affect your content trade? Because I know with certain agencies, they want you to do a certain type content trade, meaning with certain type talent, period. Because what people don't understand is business. A lot of these companies do pay attention to who these girls shoot with their content trade, and it does dictate how they get booked a lot of times. That's one of the reasons why they really don't want to deal with independent versus agency. So did they ever say anything about like how your content trade should change when it comes to talent you work with or anything like that?
No, the only thing is, if I get a paid content,
Yeah.
then I have to share with them, because
Mm.
any money that's coming my way, they're my agent. But they
Yeah.
never said you can't do content with this type of person, you can't do this content, you can't. They
Mm.
never gave any limitations like that.
Mm.
So, which is good for me, because I kind of do everything.
Well, then again, they ain't got to reach
Almost
you
everything.
to
Almost.
almost everything. But
Almost everything.
see what? But to me, also what helps with you is that you shoot with top talent anyway. So a lot of times when they make that mention, is girls that are shooting with content creators, guys
Yeah.
that are not established,
Right.
period. And most agencies want you to be established because what girls don't understand, once you hit a level, anything below that level is considered hustling backwards and doesn't look good industry wise.
Yeah. Yeah. I've tried, like, and I actually have tried to give a chance to some of the non-pros and stuff, and a lot of the times it's just flaky.
Yeah.
Or or they're really not a content creator, and I get this a lot. I get, "Hey, will you make content with me, for OnlyFans and blah blah blah." But they don't have OnlyFans, they just want to fuck me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no. So there's always those one or two bad apples that ruin it for everybody, and guys, you can thank them for ruining
Yes.
it for
Actually.
you. But so that's why I stick mainly to established people, even if they're
Mhm,
not in the pro scene. If they have
mhm,
a Pornhub and
mhm.
a ManyVids and an OnlyFans and a Loyal Fans that I can go and look at and see who they've shot with. And that's one of the
Yeah.
things that I do, is I go and I look and I see if somebody reaches out to me and I don't recognize their name, I'll go and I'll look and see who they shot with. And if they
Mhm,
shot with other people that I know,
mhm,
and then I can reach out to them and say, hey, how was it shooting for this person? And so it's, you know, networking basically, and trying to vet people through references.
mhm. And see, also the beauty of also being in next level is that when you do these pro shoots and these paid gigs, some of them male talents, they do content.
Yeah.
So you get to network with them and you actually get how can I put it, a preview of
Right.
their work because you're working with them, and they validate it because you work with them on set.
Exactly. Exactly.
So in
Yep.
actuality, it was a better move to go to next level versus doing it by yourself, because sometimes they kind of help you weed out the bullshit.
Yes, yeah, they do. And I mean, when I was with my previous agency, that was one way that I met a lot of the male talent, was on set first, and then, hey, do you make content? And of course, so like I said, I've been trying to make content with some of those Florida guys, and now all of a sudden they all want to make content, and I'm moving.
That's always the case. It's no different than me. It's like when I was in the game, it was hard for me to find girls in North Carolina that was willing to do content trade and all that. And it was at a time where girls really wasn't doing content trade. Now that I'm retired, I done ran into so many people that are down for content trade. I'm like, well, damn. I was like, what the fuck was you fuckers when my ass was active, man? And had a cameraman, you know what I'm saying? Straight up,
Exactly.
Oh my God. So with you, what, okay, for ladies that are doing this business, when is it time to talk to an agency? Because a lot of times girls don't know when it's time. Because it comes to a certain point in your career where I need to talk to an agent, get signed to an agent, signed to a PR company to advance my career. When is it the right time?
Well, I started out with an agent. So I didn't have an OnlyFans. I didn't have any clip stores, nothing. I did my first shoots without an agent because it was with Score. And then the rest of the shoots that I had an agency with me. So I kind of had one from the get-go. After I wasn't with them anymore, I realized how difficult it is, even though I already shot 20 some scenes, 20, 30 scenes with pro companies, that I couldn't get work on my own. I got 4 scenes by myself in 6 months. 3 of them were with the same company, shot all on the same day, So, or 4, actually, there were 5 and 4 of them were, but it's like, when you reach that plateau, even with an agency, if you reach a plateau, then something has to change in order for you to grow again. So when I was by myself, I looked into PR. So I have a PR. I have Don Juan DeMarco.
Shouts out Don Juan.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, he's phenomenal. He's been so good to me. And he helped. He put out PR for all my new content that came out, the one with Brickzilla and the one with Max Fills, and so he helped push with that because I didn't have any pro scenes. But he also was talking to some directors that he knew and things like that. And then when I told him I was looking into probably getting back with an agency because I wanted Wendy to grow. I wanted Wendy to be and do the best that she can, and so I wanted her to have that help. And he suggested, Nexxxt Level, and so
there you go. So with that being said, because now you got a team, you got the agent, you got the PR.
Yeah.
And 2, it made sense because so some of you people that was under a rock, she's AVN nominated. Let's let this for MILF of the Year. So when you hit that nomination, it's no different than me. Now I got to step my game up as a podcaster because I got nominated at the highest level you can be in this business for porn casting. You know what I'm saying? In the same situation with you, you got nominated. You feel what I'm saying? Next step for you now is to get the nomination that's not fan.
Right.
And how much does Nexxxt Level help that?
I'm hoping immensely. That's why I, one of the reasons why I was looking into a good agency, and why I'm willing to move and do whatever it takes to, to get that to that next level with
Yeah,
Nexxxt Level.
most definitely. So shoot. So now with this being said, how have your movements changed? You shooting your content, keeping up with your site, and how have that changed?
Well, to be honest, I'm really, really glad I had a bunch of content because I have it all scheduled till the end of July because I don't have time right now. And, and I had to put, people who want customs, I'm like, okay, you're going to have to give me at least 2 weeks to do it,
Yeah.
2 weeks. So when I go home this coming Thursday, I'm shooting customs, I'm making content, I'm doing all so I can upload it back up for
Yeah.
the end of July. It's it hasn't changed except for that my focus is on getting out here and not
Yeah.
necessarily doing content. And
Yeah.
and I, you know, I might lose some fans on OnlyFans or wherever, but once
But
I
but
get
let's
that going,
but let's but
you
let's
know,
keep it 100. Because I always hear a girl say, "Well, I'm gonna lose fans on OnlyFans." For the one fan you lose, you gain 1,000. That what people don't realize. Because now you're gaining what I call it the porn fan. So people can understand the difference between a porn fan and an only fan. Porn fan is they want to see actual porn. They want to spend the money that you ask for
yeah,
that porn. Versus an only fan, he's looking for the discount.
right,
Period. I always say, because I said this, because I plan to do a $500 photo shoot for myself for advertising and stuff like that. I said, if you want to make more money, you got to look like money.
right.
So with you, how much now that you're upping your game to look more like money? Because now you at that level where you really got to think about quality.
Yes. And that's the thing. Like, I have two OnlyFans. I have a free one and a VIP one, and
Mm-hmm.
and the VIP one will probably the numbers will probably go down because
Mm-hmm.
right now I don't have that quality because I'm crazy right now. But and that happened to me back in December and January when I had my freshening up. I couldn't really do anything. And so January was just a, throwback month to the whole year of 2023. I lost a bunch of subscribers to my VIP OnlyFans. But once you start putting stuff back out there, they come back or new people
Yeah.
come. And really it is the turnover. There is turnover there. And it's not the same people all the time leaving or coming or whatever. So it's it's gonna get better once August comes.
Yeah. And see, too, also, I think the one thing ladies must learn about this business is patience. And a lot of females walk in, don't have patience. How much you had to learn patience? I have to be patient and persistent.
Wow. Well, let me say for trying to book myself, persistence was what I was. I think that I had a couple of directors block me on Twitter because I kept sending messages.
Which
Hey,
I don't know why, because I'm like, damn it, do you realize she's AVN nominated? Ain't that what you want? To validate your company?
right? So, but like I don't know how I came across this one director and I was like, you can no longer send messages. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Fine. He doesn't need to know that I'm with an agency now. If he wants to
Uh,
book me, then whatever. But literally every week to the ones in Florida, I would send text messages or messages on Twitter because I got, their phone numbers. And
yeah,
then, when I was setting up my LA shoot, I had some numbers from a Florida director gave me some numbers there, but I also went through the whole entire Twitter. I mean, I have Excel spreadsheets of all of the production companies with directors and numbers and emails. And literally, I would send them every week. Hey, I'm coming these 2 weeks. Do you have something? Do you have something? Do you have, and I literally got 2 companies
Mm. But
with
see, I'm gonna tell you what
all
girls
that work,
don't know.
out of
I'm,
all that work. And, to talk
damn.
about patience.
See, I'm gonna tell you also what people don't realize. I keep telling you this, men, we are fucking petty as shit, especially some of these producers. Because if we see that she shot with a producer that we consider a rival, some of these motherfuckers would not book her, even though it makes economic sense to book the girl. Let me explain what economic sense means. Guaranteed money, aka a valuable risk, meaning that I know that if I shoot with Wendy, I'm going to gain sales. But because she shot with a certain producer that I don't like, or I'm a rival with, because a lot of these dudes still think I need to be the first, which is stupid. Because you will
Hey,
never be the first in this business.
well, I threw it out there. I need my first blow bang. I need my first gang bang, and you can be my first somebody.
Damn, I wish I was in the business, goddamn it.
But so you do have to have a lot of patience, and I mean, I've had my OnlyFans now for a little over a year,
Mhm.
and maybe
Is it,
a little over a
but,
year,
but
and
maybe it's time to get that .com, baby.
I
Maybe
have
it's
it.
time to get that WendyRaine.com and put some emphasis behind that. You know what I'm saying?
I have it.
Mm.
I have it. WendyRaine.com.
See, there you go, people.
It's all there. It's
so
all
for
there.
you, I'm gonna ask you this. Now that are you gonna look to focus more on the .com? I know you're gonna keep focus on the OnlyFans because OnlyFans is always gonna be hot because social media gonna make it there. But how much you gonna put more focus into the .com Wendy Raine? Because at some point, OnlyFans gonna die down. I don't care what nobody say. All sites have them moments. Even Pornhub at one point was one of the hottest. Then it died down because another site come and take it.
Right.
So how much you gonna put focus into that .com?
Well, at the moment, when you go to wendyrain.com, it's a description and all my links to
Mm-hmm.
all my socials. Eventually, once I start making money instead of spending it right now
Yeah.
with the move, I think I would look into making it more of my store and my
Yeah.
content. That way, that's the only place you can get anything that's Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
But for the moment, it's just like a fancy link tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Because
because that's all I could do at that time, and
mm-hmm.
it's working, really well. I just put wendyrain.com, and then
Yeah.
they can go there and they can choose whatever platform they want to go to get my content.
Mm-hmm.
So
So shoot. So how was it working with the Brickzilla?
I love him. He's so nice, so nice, so nice.
So now that you with the agency, how much have your spotlight grown now?
I have no idea because it hasn't really been announced yet.
Mm. Oh no, hey, trust me, once it's announced, because even with some of these creators, like I had talked to a couple of creators, I ain't gonna say names, they rather go with the agency because the girls with the agency are more serious about the business and more professional.
I
So
I've been with creators who would hire from an agency to make their yeah.
yeah. And which is understandable because a lot of times people don't realize when you pick somebody, whether it's male or female, it's still a crapshoot. So the key is to pick the crapshoot that is more likely going to work out.
Right.
Period. So shoot. So now that you're with the agency, how much? Because you said you looking to do your first blow bang and gang bang. How big of a blow bang are we expecting when you finally do it?
Oh, I don't know. I've never even thought about that. I mean, I could. I mean, I'm not gonna start off with like 100 dicks. That would just be crazy.
Well, you
That
trying to break a record, ain't you?
No, I said I wouldn't start off with that.
Hell no, I thought you gonna say like about 5 dudes or 6.
For a blow bang, yeah, anywhere from 5 to 8, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be the same with a gangbang, maybe four to six
Mm-hmm.
to start. I mean, it,
So shoot, now I'm gonna ask you this: which one the fans want to see, an interracial one or a mixed one?
I think a mixed one would be okay, as
Mm-hmm.
long as there's the interracial aspect there. I
Mm-hmm.
do have quite a few fans that ask me for that all the time. Um, and then the other ones, just like a lot of my other fans, like the younger boy, like the
Mm-hmm.
mommy stuff. And so if there was a nice mix in that gang, then I would love that. I like,
Mm-hmm.
mix it up,
Oh
make
yeah,
everybody different, you know, and they all don't need to be Brickzilla size.
no. Well, first of all, brick is a special case size, so I don't think you want 5 Brickzillas.
No, no, he is he is phenomenal, and I think I can handle him once a year. Once a year.
So how sore was you after that scene?
Oh, wow, yeah, pretty bad, pretty bad. It had been a year since I had been with him, because we've done two now, and
Mm-hmm.
eh, he said
That lets you know how big the dick is. She can't even get the words out, ladies and gentlemen.
he said, "Did you get tighter?" Yes, I'm a born
No,
again
fucker, you
virgin.
got bigger since I seen you.
Exactly. But no, he actually is he's a very good gentleman. Like, he makes sure that it doesn't hurt and it's okay, and things like that. But she is sore afterwards. I mean, that's a big member.
Yeah, because like I said, it's not necessarily the length per se; it's that width. He's thick. He's thick.
Yeah, he is.
He's thick. Because that was one of the things that girls used to say about me is that I ain't the longest because I'm a strong 9.5, but that thickness is what you got to get over.
Yeah,
But that's
girth
why I ain't do a
is.
lot of anal.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how he would put it in somebody's butt. I mean, I don't
Ah,
do anal anyway,
yeah.
so I, hey, more
Mm.
power to you, ladies.
Yeah.
If you have Brickzilla anal, you know,
I
you go
I
for it.
I'm sorry. It's because even with me, like girl was like this, see, they be like, no, we not, no. I was like, wait a second, I ain't even this big. No, no, no. I did make a mistake and rip a girl one time
Oh
and what
yeah,
have you. And that's why I said with anal, you have to be careful, especially if you're thick. And I tell people in so many ways when we shoot, things got to be damn near perfect and not got to
yeah,
go right for certain, just for positions, let alone anal.
yep,
Period, and
yeah.
everything. So people don't even realize that. And on top of that, I keep saying this: females you, that do anal, in my opinion, for it to work, you got to actually enjoy it because you're not going to be able to relax your mind for it to actually loosen up.
Yeah, yeah. That yeah. Mine is you just can't. No.
No, no. But see, the thing about it is that, like I tell females, do you have to do the extreme stuff to get over in porn nowadays?
I am not. So anal is like a hard no for me. Um,
Mhm.
but I in talking to the agency, he was like, there's 7, you know, facets of porn, and
Mhm.
doing 6 out of the 7 is not bad, you
No,
know. So and some of the top girls, like some of the top milfs, don't do anal.
no, they don't. And
So
and I'm gonna tell you what's funny. People would think that a lot of girls do anal. A lot of girls in this business do not do anal.
yeah.
Straight up, they really don't. You know what I'm saying? And to the girls that do anal, in my opinion, It's part because they like doing it, but also because they kind of got no choice because the other stuff that they're doing is not working to a higher level. So they have to go extreme. In your
Maybe,
situation, go ahead.
maybe yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
Because
yeah,
the reason why I say that is that one, when I tell females, you should do role play scenes, like type scenes that you do. Also, the fact that you do the cougar cub, you do the stepmom, stepson. I think that also negates that you don't necessarily have to do the extreme because you're playing it to a niche as well as a fantasy as
right,
well as a fetish.
yeah.
So it kind of helps you to where you don't have to necessarily do the anal because I'm sorry, it's nothing worse than looking at a woman look like she's in pain instead of in pleasure.
I hope I didn't look like that with Brickzilla. But
Now the fans didn't mind because they know Brickzilla, so they were like, they were surprised you didn't have more paint on your face, darling. I'm just being honest.
I had one go, damn, you took it all. I'm like, yeah, I did.
Balls deep, ladies and gentlemen, balls deep. So with that being said, now with you moving to LA and what have you, what's some of the companies that you would love Next Level to put you with? What's your wish list?
Vixen, Milfy,
Mm, mm,
um, Blacked,
mm,
um, any of them really. I mean,
mm,
done Florida Brothers, Bang Brothers, Team Skeet, and little they're like My Pervy Family and
mm,
Mom's Lick Teens, and all the different branches
mm,
off of those. Um, so I mean, Vixen and Milfy is a big one that
mm.
I'd like to do. Um, Blacked, yeah, dog fart,
Yeah, dog fart has always been on everybody's list. Them suckers been banging it for years.
yeah. Um, any of them really. You've caught me off guard. I'm
Yeah.
blank. I'll pull up my little thing here that I have,
Mhm.
my Excel sheet, and I can tell you
but
all of
see,
them.
but see, what I think going to happen is that the ones that turned you away are now going to come after you harder because you with Next Level.
I agree.
Because sometimes being with the right agency open up the doors versus if you're independent.
Right, right. Like Adult Empire.
Hmm.
Blacked. Let's see, Deeper, Digital
Hmm.
Playground. I'd like to be in one of Seth Gamble's, Lucid
Ooh,
films. Elegant
ooh.
Angel.
Hmm.
Let's see. I would really like to be in some of those storyline ones. They have
Yeah,
the one, the series that has Jennifer White, Dirty Cops or something like that.
yeah, I
Something
know
like
what you're talking about.
that with a scene and a script and a plot and fucking.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah,
So
because it's funny that the major companies, because as much as you hear people talk about, well, people want real porn, they want reality porn. Funny how the bigger companies still give you the fantasy. And
yeah,
they're making as much money, if not more money, than some of these content creators that is 0.3 on OnlyFans. So it's kind of like reminding people that real porn, which we call real porn, still exists and still makes money. Period. Because to me, I know I tell females, no, you want to have let's the Gonzo scene. So people understand again, Gonzo is a scene that has a skit that's attached to it that's not attached to the rest of the DVD. That's where Gonzo comes from.
right.
What people get it mixed up is wall to wall is a straight fuck scene. It's not Gonzo. So a lot of people get that mixed up. I just want to clear that up for people. That girls need to have more Gonzo because what you're trying to sell is yourself as a sex symbol. You can't sell yourself as a sex symbol by just straight fucking every scene.
Right. There has to be some prelude to it,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
build up.
yeah. Because I'm sorry, ain't nothing worse than I turn on the scene and she just giving head, and I'm like, okay, why were y'all fucking?
What's
Well,
what
why
do
she
you
got on the
do
business
here?
suit?
Is he your neighbor? Is he the repairman? What's going on here?
I said, and see, I think the problem is that a lot of talent has a misconception of what the fans want. Period.
I can see that.
Is
Yeah.
it is it because of the social media that they get the misconception, or is it that a lot of these content creators are just fucking lazy? Which one is it?
Probably
I know what
both.
you're about to say, but go ahead.
Probably
You
both.
wanted to say lazy. You wanted to say lazy more so.
Probably. But I mean, and you got to think that hopefully some of these content creators are porn fans and they know what they like, so maybe they're making what they like,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe their audience doesn't like it, like that's why I stick with the younger guys. I love the younger guys, and my fans love me with the younger guys,
Mm-hmm.
so it works
Of
out for
course they
me,
do.
maybe, but maybe not for somebody else.
Of course they like you with the younger guys because I keep telling you this is the era of the MILF, the era of the older lady, the guilt. Because if people can see in society, you have more younger men chasing after older women than
Yep.
in any era of history of our world.
Yep.
Period. And I believe that point kind of ushered that in after, we had Miss Stifler's mom. And because it was funny how Stifler's mom ended up, how many porn companies said, wait a second, man, we need to do more, older woman with younger man content. And look where we at now. Because even when you look at some of it, go ahead.
It's becoming less taboo.
Yeah.
It's more normal.
Yeah. So shoot. Okay, even with interracial, half the time they want you with a younger dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So
I did my one, both of my score
mhm,
scenes were interracial and younger guys, and
mhm,
they made a point of making sure that everybody knew that they were younger,
yeah.
you know. So
Because to me, I like I said, one, younger guys want more seasoning with their woman. You know, they
because we
want
know.
some of that part. God dang it, because they know they'll tell you quick, slow your young ass down. God damn it.
Yeah, you're not doing it right. Do it like
and,
this.
and y'all gonna show more, and y'all gonna teach them more, and more patient with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period. So shoot. So yeah, I hate to see if you were single, boy. You probably had a whole bunch of young boys chase after you, knocking that door down out this beast. So.
Well, we were swingers. Well, we are swingers, but
Mhm,
so when we were on the swinging website, I had a lot of young guys sending me messages and
mhm.
unsolicited dick pics.
Now, were these welcome unsolicited?
No, because they were trying to prove that they were, 8 inches, and they take the
Mhm,
measuring tape and they start at their asshole and they're like, look at me, I'm 8 inches. And I'm like, no, 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 you're only 5. Because look at where the beginning of that tape is, I'm just,
mhm.
ooh.
So, okay, with that being said, when you're measuring a dick, how do you measure a dick properly?
I measure it from the top, like where it meets the stomach,
Yeah.
straight up, straight
Hmm.
up, or the side, but you don't push it down in the belly or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah.
And then it's to the top. You don't round it over the head. I did a whole uh so last year when I was doing the national holidays, like, hey, guess what today is? One
Mhm.
day was measuring tape day. And so I
Uh,
did I did one for Instagram, and then I did
mhm.
another one for Twitter where I actually showed people how to measure a dick with a measuring tape. It was a dildo. And and I'm just like, well, here it
Yeah.
is. Here's the balls, and you're gonna start here and you're gonna measure straight out to there. And
Mhm.
not gonna start at the balls and wrap it around. I
No,
mean,
no, no, no.
it's
Cause even with
amazing.
me, 'cause even with me, when I measured mine, I started right where the balls touch the shaft
And
and
that's
then to
fine.
the top. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
With the now the way you measure it, you making me think that baby, I'm 10.5 versus 9.5, goddamn, because I was 9.5. I had to straighten my shit out. Because mine curves, so I had to sit there and
Your
straighten it
curves.
out. I'm curved, so I had to straighten mine out to make sure.
Yep, yep, yep. That's There you go.
Oh my God. But
Mm.
no, but to me, it's kind of like now also with you stepping your game up and everything, and you moving to Vegas or what have you and stuff. Now, here's the other part. Did you have a hard time finding a place in Vegas?
I was out here for 4 days
Mm-hmm.
and drove around to beforehand in Florida. I made a list. I'm a very big list person.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the parameters that it needed to have, and the price range, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, does it take dogs, um things like that, and had a whole list. And I
Mm-hmm.
got here and I we went through all of them,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to go back to the website, apartments.com or whatever it was, and write down more because I didn't like any of them. So
Mm-hmm.
on the last day, we found the one, and
Mm-hmm.
so I signed the lease. I put a deposit down and everything that day, and then flew back to Miami the next day.
And this flex has been brought to you by Wendy Raine, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You got easy. You say that I just put the deposit down. Hey, it was on out there. No,
Oh,
because I, because
filled out
I
the
saw.
application, never do. But it took
Oh,
four days. I know my way around Las Vegas now because
mm,
all I've done, and then all I've done since I've gotten here this week is drive around to different
mm.
furniture stores. So
So you live in Las Vegas real quick.
all of South Vegas, south of the airport and west of the
Uh,
airport, and then east so
well, I know this much. You're gonna get plenty of great photo shoots, especially because I always want to do like a desert photo shoot. Period. And I love when I see people do that. And so I'm curious to see what content you're gonna create now that you're in Vegas versus in Florida,
well, it'll be less water.
and way hotter.
It was 123. 123 in my car on the thermometer on the
Yeah.
dashboard. I was like, "Oh my god." But, it's a different kind of heat. I don't mind it.
Mm-hmm.
Florida,
Mm-hmm.
you have 90-degree weather with 100% humidity. It feels like 108. Here the temperature's 108 and it's 108.
Mm-hmm.
There's no humidity, so it's kind of the same but different.
Ooh, but shoot, that I can believe that because, like I said, I've never been to Vegas. Now I hope to go to Vegas, and now you're giving me more reason to go to Vegas because you out there. So there's more people for me to interview when I come out that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also, you're not that far from Arizona, and I'm seeing Arizona is becoming a hotbed for porn lately.
I've seen that too. Yeah.
I was like, damn. So you out there in the mix, literally.
It's all for Wendy. All for Wendy.
Oh my goodness. Well, shoot. Well, I mean, sometimes you got to speak to taking a risk on yourself because a lot of girls don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's been a big financial risk, and I'm glad that we are in this type of position to where I can actually do this to try
Mhm.
and see what Wendy can do. So um I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Very grateful for Next Level, and hoping that it leads to great, great, great things.
Oh my goodness. So also a lot of content houses happen in Vegas as well as Cali.
Yep.
So, what is your plan with some of these content houses that's popping up? Because I know my man, Mr. Mysterious, he's having one for the Halloween, his spectacular and stuff like that. How much you now planning to do with some of these content houses that are gonna be happening around the area?
Well, honestly, I have no idea that any of them are happening. So I know of one
Mm-hmm.
that's happening at the end of August, but I don't know of any other ones. And I don't know anybody out here really.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
I,
gonna change real fast. I'm pretty sure.
I take that back. I take that back. I met Alexis Fox at XBiz. And
Mm-hmm.
so she said if I ever came out to Vegas to let her know. And so
Yeah.
as soon as I get settled, I'll let her know. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anybody else really. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
now,
that'll change.
now, mark my word, people. The next time I have her, which will probably be in the premium smoke room, so y'all better pay attention. Go ahead, and subscribe. Watch how she gonna go from I don't know anybody to soon as I finally settled, everybody started reaching out.
Woo!
Cause that's what happens. Cause soon they find out, oh, you in the city. Watch how your DM blow up. Watch.
Good. Good. Good.
Yeah, because a lot of times it takes you being out there
Mhm.
and people seeing you out there that
Yeah.
makes them want to book you. You know, versus you know what I'm saying. She's not in Vegas. She's in Florida. That
Right.
means I got to wait till she come out here. No, she's already out here. You know, I
Here I
already talked
am.
to another lady by the name of Pink Infinity. Shouts out to her. Her show is I think when this release, I think it's going to be the Bonus Smoke Friday behind this. She's talking about moving out to Vegas, and she's from Arkansas.
Ah.
So you know she had to move because ain't shit in Arkansas.
Is there anything in Arkansas?
Not
Sorry,
shit.
sorry, people from Arkansas. Sorry.
No
I've never
sorry for
been.
me,
I
people. We
can't
know it's like North Carolina. It wasn't much. It's not much. Not much concentration out there. No,
say.
no.
Yeah.
So, but and then also so many events, and you out there at the AVNs, so you ain't got to really spend much money.
I don't have to spend anything.
You have to
Actually,
spend shit.
Uber, I guess, or parking for my car, but either one.
Oh my goodness! So I know that you it seems like actually you're more happier now that you in Vegas. Also, it feels that way too.
I maybe I'm very optimistic now.
Yeah.
I think that that's a good word. I'm optimistic about where we can go, um, and I'm looking forward to it.
Mhm.
I really wish that this move was over with. I got
It'll be
2
over in a
more
minute. It'll be over in a minute. Soon the move. Because I'm gonna tell you, wait, once the movers come and you got the furniture where you want it in that house, you go sit back, sip some wine, and be
I
relaxed.
gotta drive. Once everything's set up in the house, I gotta go back to Florida and
Mm,
drive. Then I can sit and sip
mm. So, what
something.
cities you plan to stop at on your cross country trip?
I don't know. Depends on where the maps take me. Because when I Google mapped it
Yeah.
before, there
Mm,
was a bunch of flooding, like in
mm,
Louisiana, Mississippi, and they're like, "To avoid
yes.
flooding, go up north." And I'm just like, "Ooh, that adds like 10 hours." But
Mm,
it's gonna take me probably 3 days anyway because of my dogs.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and one of them gets car sick after they eat, so I got it's crazy.
Mm,
Um, so I'm thinking maybe, New Orleans, somewhere in Texas, maybe Dallas,
mm.
Phoenix,
Oof.
and you know what I mean?
Which is funny as hell because Dallas and Houston, especially Dallas is starting to get hot with the porn as well.
Mhm.
And they're well known for their swinging community. So
Yeah,
I'm
they
pretty
are.
sure you're gonna run into a couple people in Dallas. Cause there's a bunch of girls in Dallas you collaborate with. Big time.
I'll have to put some feelers out. I maybe make a map when I'm getting ready to drive, and then throw some messages out somewhere. Um,
Yes. Yes.
just
Yes. So so people, we done held this lady up for an hour. Well, almost an hour. We getting there. And I can't wait to bring her back. And next time she will be back on the premium smoke room. period. So my premium smokers, I know y'all screaming because y'all say, damn, I wish I could see the beautiful areolas. Not now. But if you want to see them and you're not a premium smoker, I suggest you subscribe. And like I tell everybody, loyal fans, more provocative, more wilder, more unpredictable, more crazier. Tits come out, dildos might pop out. You don't know unless you subscribe. 5 premium podcasts, 3 sexy hostesses for you to fall in love with. And it's 55% off to the end of the year for the first month. And she already got an episode that is up. And
Yes.
trust me, the premium smokers are going nuts over it. They're loving it, baby. They love it. So, which is no surprise because she's a gorgeous ass woman. Where's there not love about Wendy Raine? And also for my Spotify subscribers, check out Savage Smoke, where I talk to the top males in the business as we give you a perspective of the industry from a male perspective. Because you always hear it from the women, but you don't hear it from the guys. So, and that's only for Spotify. You feel me? So, Premium Smoke Room or Savage Smoke, or do both. You know what I'm saying? You spend it under $30 for great content. What more can I say? So, with that, Miss Raine, tell everybody where they can spend money on you, baby.
WendyRaine.com.
See, there you go. That easy and that simple. So, with that being said, like I said, she
Easy.
will be back on the Smokers Lounge, and we will have her back on the Premium Smoke Room. And you know how we end either one of those all the time, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke
Yep.
this over. Say goodbye to him, right?
Bye.
And we are done. Thank you for coming back, baby.